good decisions at the point guard, and then you add it with somebody like Jaden Daniels, who's their glue guy that can go, that can switch on 1 through 5, and Anthony Edwards, who was the star of the show, who you pay the price of admission to come see, along with Carl Anthony Towns, it's just a good mixture that they have with their team. And Anthony Edwards is probably playing some of the best basketball in the playoffs. So in my mind, man, it's going to be a tough. I just think they're a year away from getting to the finals. I think the Nuggets is going to get them in 7. But look, even if the Timberwolves do pull it off, I'm not going to be mad.
Right, I understand, because to your point, man, and I check you out in the off season of football. You get into that basketball big time, tournaments and all of that stuff. Your little boy and all that, so I understand. Like, you just want to see good basketball.
No doubt.
Man, CL, when we look at that east side, bro, we got the Cavaliers, we have the Celtics, we have the Pacers, and we have the Knicks. The Pacers and the Knicks game is tonight. Yep. The Knicks, man, it just seemed like Barno Spike Lee is just having himself a grand time out there in the Garden when them games are going down. Because since like the Allen Houston days, it's like the Knicks are now relevant again.
Right. I'm very familiar with the Allen Houston days. Obviously, I was a fan. I was a Knicks fan before I was a Pelican fan, because obviously the Knicks were established before the New Orleans Pelicans. Those days of Ewing and Sprewell, Larry Johnson, dare I reminisce, but today's New York Knicks fans are not too shy about the guy named Mr. Bronson, and he's must-see TV himself. Kind of a mixture between maybe an Isaiah and a Joe Dumars, But we'll dive into that. I'm very, very pleased with the New York Knicks are doing, and they're definitely stating their claim in this year's playoff.
Yeah, G-Sport, when you talk about this Knicks and this Pacer matchup, and CL made a good point. He brought us some names of some ballers, and now that the Knicks are now positioning themselves to be that powerhouse team, Bronson has just been phenomenal. But then on that other side, on the Pacers side, Halliburton has been exceptional this entire season, and this is his rookie year, if I'm not mistaken. Second year.
Third year.
Third year. So he's
got traded from Sacramento.
Right.
That's right. So he's relatively young.
They gave him away.
They didn't know what they had.
They gave that boy away.
They didn't know what they had.
Damn, boy. You don't get that. Just like low-key the NFL gave Spencer Rattler away, because they don't know what they have. But we'll
I can't wait till we get into that.
Come on.
I can't wait to hour 2. So we enjoying our hoop. Not often. When it's football season, it takes precedent of everything. So, I hooped in middle school. I was a second-string center. I think I could beat y'all 2 right now.
Chill out.
CLC on smoke.
My day is
I'm
over.
gonna put you in a ball screen.
All right.
I have to devote my energy to other things.
There you go.
But I will say this about the Indiana Pacers, and I'm going on record. You could play the tape back. The Indiana Pacers are going to the NBA Finals. This is why. The injury to Porzingis is going to really help the Celtics. Because look, let's be honest. As much as I like the Knicks and I like Brunson, they're not going to have enough. If they had Julius Randle, might be a different story. Right. DeFenzio, Josh Hart ain't going to be enough to beat this team. Pascal Siakam is the star of the playoff that nobody's talking about. This dude averages 21, 7, and 5, shooting 35% from three-point range. He can take it off the bounce, can hit the mid-range. Great leader. Watch out for the Pacers.
He's definitely
to make it to the NBA Finals, bro. And then when you got somebody like Halliburton running the point guard position, it's gonna be tough.
He's definitely the glue.
It's gonna be tough for the Pacers.
And that was the guy that they brought in the trade to fortify their team going forward. He's definitely the glue. But the one thing I say about the Indiana Pacers is that they don't play much defense, right? And I know, maybe we are in the new NBA, but it seems like they go the first to 100. They play kind of like first to 100. So we'll see what that does. But I appreciate your enthusiasm, though. Siakam does know the recipe of winning the championship.
Toronto, right?
Yeah, Toronto. Yeah, no doubt. Yes. I can see it. I definitely can see
I'm
it
only
do that.
saying that if Porzingis remains hurt for the Celtics. Well, if he's healthy, different story.
And it is so beautiful about that, because I think you will all begin to have another new value of Drew Holiday. because I think Drew can step in and play that defense that, obviously Porzingis is a unicorn, but obviously Drew brings another level, second team all defensive to the defense. But we'll see. That's the beautiful part about it. That's why they play the game.
So y'all kind of both saying that it's for sure going to be the Pacers and the Celtics in the championship.
Yeah, the Knicks don't got a chance. It's going to be a competitive series.
Okay.
Very competitive, but they just don't have enough. They barely got away with beating the 76ers. If a couple calls go the opposite way, the 76ers would have advanced. Let's be honest.
Yeah. And look, y'all, we want to hear from you guys. We're here at Uptown Sports Social, 3218 Magazine Street right here in New Orleans. Come on by, get some wings with us. The games will be on, show will be off, but the games will be on, but we'll be previewing it and enjoying ourselves here. But we want to hear from you guys, too. You can hit my ex at BigFave504. That don't even sound right. It's almost like I'm saying, oh, yeah, you can call my ex. Here's her phone number. It's 5. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Twitter just sound better.
I never got involved.
You're right. You always say Twitter. That's right. You never really say the opposite way. But I want to hear from you guys. Does the Celtics make it to the Eastern Championship? And does, on the other end, is it like G said, it's going to be a game against the Knicks.
I give Cleveland more of a shot than
you think so?
I think the national media is giving them.
You saying against the Knicks?
No, I give Cleveland a shot against the Celtics.
The Celtics, yeah.
Cleveland?
Yeah.
Without Porzingis?
Yes.
Because listen, I'm telling y'all, it's a chance Porzingis don't even play this series.
And Donovan Mitchell a dog, bro.
And that's why
now Jared Allen is out for the Cavs. So if you got Jared Allen and Evan Mobley,
I think Garland can really do more than they're giving them credit to.
Definitely.
And then,
Garland, one of my favorite players in the league.
And I've been trying to get him in New Orleans, but that's a whole nother story.
That's
a whole nother story.
Now that y'all bring that up, because I've been hearing a lot of trade rumors. Of course you're going to hear that. The Pelicans didn't have a great season. But I've heard something like between Phoenix, Devin Booker for like B.I. and Trey Murphy or something like that. Man, I wouldn't get rid of Trey Murphy at all. Did you see something like that going down?
Even if you trade for Devin Booker, you still don't have a
point
guard.
You don't have a point guard,
yeah.
And that's our whole problem.
What are we doing? We spinning our wheels.
We been gave away what we needed. We should have never traded Drew Holiday. We should have kept him at point guard, and obviously he played second team all defense. You would have had somebody to play defense from 1 through 4, and you would have had a point guard that could score at least 20 points a game. Not every game, of course, but his more on games are 20 points compared to 10 or 12. He would give you at least 6-7 assists. So
Drew Holiday was definitely unappreciated.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's true.
And well in the community as well. I don't know what else you wanted from a basketball player.
Now, I'm going to say this too, y'all. Like, that's what Dallas did. They went and got Kyrie, a ball handler, and look where they at. If we go ahead and I'm not saying to go get a veteran like Kyrie. I mean, the draft's coming up too. So let me ask you this. Of course, like we do with the football areas of need, the number one need for the Pelicans is point guard. That's what they're drafting with their first round. Now, maybe next Monday when we're here, we can go through some possible options for that. But I just really want to ask y'all, and just in the spirit of what we're talking about, trades and different things, what do you think the Pels are going to do?
Move on from Valanciunas.
You think?
Yeah.
The contract is over with.
He's getting paid too much money
He's a free agent anyway.
Yeah. Move on.
So
move on.
That ship is already.
We appreciate what you did. Now it's time to move on to a different direction.
He hit him with the appreciation.
Yeah.
Well, fellas.
Contract expired.
Yeah, because he didn't like dominate. He didn't.
And don't get me wrong, we appreciate Valanciunas. We're not saying anything negative about Valanciunas. I'm just telling you from a GM's perspective, he's an unrestricted free agent. The contract that he had ran out, and we didn't re-sign him.
Well, look, y'all, we're going to keep things going over here at Uptown Sports Social. We'll be here till 8 o'clock on air, but y'all can come and hang out, watch the game. It's going to be a pretty good matchup tonight. Once again, Game 2, baby. Minnesota is leading 1-0. They take on the Nuggets tonight. It's a 9 o'clock game on TNT. It'll be on every channel over here at Uptown Sports Social. And then, we're just jamming, baby. When we come back, we're going to get into a little bit of football. We're going to talk some football here when we get back. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah. It's Inside the Trenches. It's your boy Marlon, Big Faith Favorite. Y'all don't go anywhere. ESPN New Orleans.
Man, I grew up by that villa. You either ball or you basic or racist. Big Faith, man, I made it in them trenches like big dog, big as a gorilla. If that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Faith Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You can do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's the host of Inside the Trenches podcast, Marlon Big Faith Favorite. Did you know Small Sliders had an app? You can go to your Google Play Store or your Apple Store right now, download the Small Sliders app in Marrero, and order your food right now. You want to get a number 2? Well, slide through 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Small Sliders, simple on purpose. Hello, somebody. It's the host of Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM, Marlon Big Faith Favorite. Come join me every Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. at Uptown Sports Social. That's 3218 Magazine Street, New Orleans, Louisiana. Uptown Sports Social got them dollar wing specials between 6 to 8 if y'all come check us out then. And you can get the Gorilla. That's the Big Fave special. Uptown Sports Social, 3218 Magazine Street. Come on through, baby. Hello, somebody.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Sports lovers in the house. The sports lovers in the house. Where are my sports lovers at? If you're into sports, you like bars, you need to make your way to UPT Sports Social. That's 3218 Magazine Street, New Orleans, Louisiana, baby. And remember, 6 to 8 p.m. every Monday, Inside the Trenches podcast is going to be live. Sports Pod Live, baby. Y'all make sure y'all make y'all way to Uptown Sports Social, Magazine Street. On Magazine Street, we getting down, baby. It's Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello, somebody.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon, Big Faith Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get
Big favorite. Joining me right now, I got Joe from Big Easy, and I got G Sport. We got a full panel up here along with my man CL. DJ Tune on the ones and twos. Now, look, y'all heard DJ Tune in between us. We're having some production issues back at our road studio, but y'all probably won't jam anyway. They probably won't jam all, but look, during our commercials, we do shout out our sponsors. So since those commercials didn't run, I want to run the commercials that was going to be ran. One commercial, y'all heard a little bit of his voice, Joe from Godwyn Realty. Y'all make sure y'all check out, if you're looking for a house, whether you're renting, ready to buy, ready to sell, whatever the case may be, hit Joel up, joe@godwynrealty.com. Small Sliders, baby. The official spot for us on Fridays is Small Sliders. G Sports like that. G came there one time. G made sure he made that ride to Marrero from the Tri-City area.
I'm about to start making my regular appearance, man, soon as school over.
All right. We look forward to having you out there. So y'all hear it in their voice. Small Sliders is delicious. Y'all come join us there 11:30 to 1:30. We have Small Sliders Day. It's coming up on the 15th of this month, along with the Woodmere Fest following it on the 18th, that Saturday. We'll be performing and emceeing at both. And one more commercial that was going to be ran is where we at right now. Uptown Sports Social, baby. That's 3218 Magazine Street. Look, them hot wings Melissa bringing out here right now, they look good. She just teasing me. She knew I just had this wisdom tooth pulled, but yeah, she still want to keep bringing this chicken in front of me. That is wrong. It smelled good.
Yeah, y'all wrong
Look,
for that.
it's big time, huh?
Yeah, man.
So we definitely want you guys to, y'all come eat a few wings for me at least. They're $1 a piece. You can't beat that. You'll get your 6-piece for $6 over here at Uptown Sports Social. So be sure to do that. And we want to thank this segment sponsor as well, and that is Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Talk to me now. Now, we were talking a little NBA. Some really good games coming up here. Just so much to look forward to this playoffs as things are heating up. But I want to switch gears just a second and talk a little football. The rookie OTAs are coming up. I want you guys to hear the story lineup. And Joel, I'll come to you first because you told me a very interesting story off air. I would like for you to share with us.
Yeah.
But Arizona. Their rookie mini camps is coming up this week, the 10th through the 12th. I think most of the teams are the 10th through the 12th. Baltimore have had theirs. I'll just rattle off a few before I get to the Saints and toss it to Joel. Carolina's, theirs is May 10th and 12th. Rookie mini camps for Chicago, May 10th through 11th. So for most teams, they've had theirs, like Dallas's rookie mini camps is May 10th. So most of them are May 10th. I want to scroll down to the New Orleans Saints before I toss it to Joel. And yes, the Saints are sticking with that same date, May 10th through 12th. And the Giants is the 9th and the 11th. Joel, you had a blessed Sunday from what I hear. We saw your video. Like Jameis Winston did, we both were blessed to have some spiritual quarterbacks here preaching. Yeah. Derek Carr had an opportunity to preach at Victory Church. You were there. Talk to us, Joel.
Dude, okay, so apparently Derek Carr, so I grew up at Victory Fellowship, which is right by the Saints training camp on Airline. Okay. And Derek Carr regularly goes there, apparently. And he had the opportunity to, like, minister to people. And, man, he just had such an amazing word. I actually got, like, about 40 seconds of it. And to kind of, like, sum it up and everything, his whole premise was about how he just really, like, the reason why he's not a preacher is because he just tells it how it is about like what you need to be to be as a Christian and everything, and don't take what the world is trying to tell you about how Christianity is declining and all these other things, and that God talks about in Exodus about how he already determines the fate and everything about the growth and the decline or anything that we would see. But he just had an amazing word, dude. I actually went up to the podium, got prayed for by Derek Carr, just got hit by the Holy Spirit.
Come on, man.
Dude,
what a blessing.
Started crying like a baby.
Oh, man.
If you actually watch the live stream of Victory Fellowship that they did, you'll see me like right there.
Come on,
like,
man.
face there. But it was wonderful. But we'll talk about more of that later. But in regards to the Saints training camp, man, I am looking forward to that mini camp, the rookie mini camp going on. Like, we're going to go see Spencer Rattler, see what he's going to do. Everybody's talking about him. Everybody's thinking that he's a sleeper, that all those teams that passed up on him, they're going to be regretting.
Yeah, we're going to definitely talk about Spencer. And, Joe, thanks for sharing that powerful story with us. We're critical of Derek Carr a lot on this show. We talk about it on the football field, but, you know, I was able to meet him last training camp. We have a mutual buddy in Jason Kabenda. Jason worked with me with the NFL Network, and he was teammates with Derek with the Vegas Raiders. So I thought that was a cool connection. But, you know, we're going to need him to connect on a couple of them passes this year. And with the spiritual thing he got going on right here. Hello, somebody here. Keep it going. I see
You were speaking in tongues?
Well, you know, it's good to know. Good to know that the young man has faith. But his faith has been documented in the past. He's been a part of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and so on and so forth. So we've known, and I think it works for him because you realize we've already made Mardi Gras floats, kind of mocking him, and he knows to take it, all in gesture and fun, and so I think that's a great way to look at it. And I'm glad that once again we have somebody that's not only in the church but in the community and not scared to speak their faith, because we need it in New Orleans.
I'm going to need some prayer, y'all, to fight me away from these wings, because I can't chew it. And she's bringing
Can I have one?
another plate of wings.
Back to back.
Producer, can
And
I
that's
have?
a new sauce right there. See, Jim and Lang ain't tell me about that sauce over there.
Well, look, Charles and them got nuggets. On,
Can I have?
They eat. Look at
Man,
this.
what's
So
going
check this out.
on?
We watching the preview. We got TNT preview. Look at y'all.
Charles Barkley eating too?
He is funny,
man,
bro.
what
That
is
dude always
going
eating.
on?
Look at you, man. These dudes are characters. Y'all make y'all way on down here to Uptown Sports Social. We got DJ Tunes on the ones and twos. We got a few folks over there at the bar get themselves something to drink. We want y'all to come join us.
I do have some, fortunate or unfortunate news. Depends on how you guys look at it. Today, Andrews Pete signed with the Las Vegas Raiders to help as their swing offensive tackle. So I think we still have another situation where we might need to get another tackle in to help out. But just know that Pete ship has sailed. Some people may be happy about that, some people not, but just know that man started as a guard last year and then finished out as a left tackle.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Three-time Pro Bowler.
And Cam did mention that when he came on the show last week. He was like, well, Andrews P still out there. He's still a viable option. But I'm glad y'all brought him up in the spirit of talking about OTAs. I couldn't wait to talk to you about this, CL.
Come on.
Cam said, when I was mentioning the offensive linemen and starters, he said, Fuaga, and he couldn't say it there. He was like, I don't want to mess the man's name up. Fuaga. He said, bump Trevor Penning on the inside. We've been talking about that. Bump him on the inside. Eric McCoy at the center. Backside guard, Ruiz.
Who's that left tackle?
Landon Young.
Okay.
He said Landon Young, brother. And that's I said, I cannot wait. I'm going to say this one for Uptown Sports Social, so I'm going to have all of them there. Your thoughts on Landon Young potentially being one of the starters?
All I want is competition at the position. If Mr. Young decides to win this position, I have no problem with it. My concern is we can't put two rookies next to each other. And I look at Penning as a rookie because obviously this is a new offense, this is a new coordinator, new everything. So he's almost like a rookie again. I don't think, in my honest opinion, I think it's over with for Ramczyk in the most respectful way over with as far as physically not being able to play. So I believe it's Fuaga to start at right tackle, and then we have to figure out left tackle because the Penning inside, we do need him next to a veteran, not a rookie.
No, he was saying on the left side, the rookie
Penning.
starting on the left side.
Fuaga.
And on the right side, Young. G, your thoughts?
You gonna move? You gonna move the rookie. You gonna take him out of his natural position at right tackle and put him at left?
Man, dude was saying because the rookie he does both. He can play the left tackle, the right tackle, right guard, right tackle, so he can be moved around.
Okay.
And he did say this.
I just don't want him have him next to Pete. I don't want them next to each other. I don't want a rookie.
You just said peace sign with the Raiders.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Penny, fellas. I'm sorry, Penny.
Yeah, but you can bump him over, move Ruiz over there by him, and then move.
I just don't want the rookie. I just don't want two rookies on the same side. That's
I got
what I'm
you.
saying. Yeah.
Well, a third-year guy and a rookie. I feel you.
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
I feel you. He did get some games though. No, I'm
He
with
was
you, though.
healthy scratches.
I'm with you though, but he's what Cam was saying, and I agree with him to a certain extent. Your boy played too aggressive.
Right.
That aggression is better contained at the guard. You know what I'm saying?
I can feel that.
You remember Adrian McGee?
Yeah.
You remember he mauled your boy from the guard position in the LSU game?
Look, I love them all. My concern is just putting a Penny that's just about to learn a new offense next to a new tackle, a rookie coming out of college about to learn a new offense and still learning how to be a pro. That's my only concern, gentlemen.
Y'all fellas, y'all like it?
I mean, I see what CL is saying about having two rookies next to each other because they're just getting into the industry. And you're going against some of the best defensive ends
the best
and
in the world,
defensive tackles
in the world.
Yeah.
And they are going to mess them kids up. So CL makes a valid point. I mean, you're not going to send your rookie salesperson to close the biggest deal.
No.
You ain't going to do it.
I like that.
I'm gonna say this in the most respectful way. This is a National Football League. No disrespect to Landon Young, but there's no way he's our left tackle week 1. All right.
Okay.
I'm concerned.
I would think that the kid that we signed from Minnesota, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his name right.
But he on the other side.
We put him in at guard. Figure out what we're gonna do with Penny. Either put him at left tackle or right tackle. The rookie we just drafted in the first round, Ruiz and Eric McCoy, and that's your 5 starting offensive line.
Well, we'll definitely check that out. It's Inside the Trenches, Uptown Sports Social, ESPN New Orleans.
Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gonna need somebody. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You can do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's the host of Inside the Trenches podcast, Marlon Big Favorite. Did you know Small Sliders had an app? You can go to your Google Play Store or your Apple Store right now, download the Small Sliders app in Marrero, and order your food right now. You want to get a number 2? Well, slide through 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Small Sliders, simple on purpose. Hello, somebody. It's the host of Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM, Marlon Big Favorite. Come join me every Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. at Uptown Sports Social. That's 3218 Magazine Street, New Orleans, Louisiana.
But I will say this. Ooh, Mississippi State, Arizona State.
Why is that even an option? Who's going to watch that?
I mean, somebody they saying that that's going to be
Cowbell
Mississippi.
people gonna watch. The cowbell people gonna watch.
They got a storyline behind. They got a backstory we don't know about.
Is Herm Edwards still with them, or he gone?
No,
Right.
it's a boy. It just seemed like one of those watching the paint dry.
Or they gonna retire
West Coast
Brandon
game.
Ayuk
I don't
jersey
know why that's
or
an
something? What's going on with that?
All right. What about Cal Auburn? That game might be all right.
That's
Because don't you have Hugh Freeze back in Auburn? Am I saying this right? And then you got
Flip to the next page.
Auburn?
Yeah, bro. Flip. Yes, please.
Flip to the next page.
Arkansas, Oklahoma State.
No, Oklahoma State is going to run away with that. They're going to cover the spread if it's 20 plus.
So y'all,
Texas and Michigan.
That's the number one game.
Yeah, I'm about to
hold,
say.
Right
hold on.
there.
I got a couple pages to go through.
Yeah,
here.
that's what I'm
Okay,
saying. That's what I was
okay.
saying. Flip to the
We
next
got-
one.
Okay, well, I ain't going to even say the next one that's on this page. I'm going to go to the next one. All right. So what is that? NC State?
Yes, and
versus-
Tennessee.
That might be good, bro.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's
gonna
not. It won't. What? No, NC State and Tennessee. Stop.
I know a game you're going to buy a ticket to.
Is Arch gonna play?
No.
You're gonna buy. We're talking about Tennessee, but he gonna buy a ticket to that Texas Michigan game.
Yeah, that's
And-
what I'm talking
and
about.
with good
Archie
reason.
Manning.
You
Is
know why?
Is LeManning gonna
You know
That's a
play?
good
why?
game, 'cause
They got a projected of 13 first round picks that's gonna be playing in the game
Ooh,
between the two.
That's right. That's right.
gonna be box office.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked if
Michigan and Texas.
That's
I'm
what-
going. I'm going to rush home.
I
to
would
go
be
watch that.
surprised if Arch doesn't play.
Well, that was my
At least a
question.
couple
That
of
was my
minutes.
original
Quinn
question.
Ewers
Right.
is a potential first round pick.
Yeah, Quinn Ewers is the guy. Arch is probably gonna play one or non-conference game. He gonna get his what's my boy name? He gonna get his
This might be one of the hottest ones. I ain't
Gary
gonna lie to you.
Nussmeyer. You talking about the next one I'm about to mention?
No, I'm talking
No,
about that
Michigan
Michigan
and
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, that one up
Yeah.
there. I think I got one better though.
Yes.
I got one that's
Yeah, right.
slightly better.
They the
Alabama,
defenders.
Wisconsin.
Hell no.
What about oh, this is boring right here. Louisville and Kentucky. Well, they in the same state. Louisville.
Kentucky pretty good.
It might be a decent game.
They have some players at Kentucky.
Now this is boring, right? This is probably one of the most boring ones right here. Boston College versus Mizzou.
Hang
That one,
yourself.
What?
Yeah, that one. Look, Joe, like, wait, what are we talking about? All right. Wait. Oh, this because it's November 30th. Clemson and
South Carolina.
That's gonna be
always gonna be a good game. Rivalry.
in South Carolina, they was decent last season. Now this would be a good game. I'll buy one of this one. OU and
Yeah.
It was a good game
Tulane.
last year.
It sure
Yeah.
was.
It was a real
I
good
thought it
game
was a year before
last
last. No,
Was
it
it?
wasn't because it was a year before
They
last.
played at Tulane.
Year before last,
before
but they
last,
played
right.
Ole Miss and was a good
Ole
game.
Miss.
That was a good one this
Right,
past year.
right. You're
Ole
right.
Miss.
Speaking of Ole Miss, Wake Forest.
I don't
Wake
wanna,
Forest.
I
Yeah,
don't want to watch that. Now, Ole
Chris
Miss
Paul,
really,
you know.
Ole Miss really good though.
yeah. Ole Miss is probably one of the better teams in the
Sam
SEC.
Dart.
But you know who I think the best team in the SEC, and I think this is the best game of them all. LSU versus SC, baby.
That's not better than
September
Texas
1st.
and Michigan.
Wait, that's debatable.
That's
like
not better than.
That's like a Kendrick
Bro,
Drake conversation.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go on record and say this. I think LSU is gonna beat USC by 14 or more.
Word?
Yeah. USC. I know they just
Cause they
signed.
lost Caleb
I know
Will-
they just got greedy Vance from Edna Call. He just transferred from Florida State,
Yeah, I
right?
know that.
But their defense is depleted. They gonna be bad.
okay.
LSU might score 40.
Ooh.
I'm on record saying that.
So G might have a good point. What G saying stands, that Texas-Michigan game is going to be.
That's gonna be box office.
That's the one. That's the one.
That's-
Bro,
And
that's
where's
definitely
played
one.
at?
All 32 teams gonna be in attendance
That's definitely.
from the NFL.
Oh,
That's
32.
definitely one.
Yeah, they're going to be at
They
that
got
one.
14 projected first round picks in that game between
Yeah.
the two teams.
Right.
Wow, that's a very interesting take right
Yeah.
there.
That's definitely a game to be watched.
Absolutely.
If y'all just tuning in, we're just looking at the SEC schedule for this 2024 fall. It looked good. And then also right here, okay, we see
Allen
history.
Houston, brothers.
We just was talking about Allen
Yes,
Houston.
sir.
sitting
Mid-range
at
king.
Texan.
Mid-range king,
the
Allen
best,
Houston.
the best mid-range jumper in the history of the NBA.
Larry Johnson.
Look at Larry Johnson, man.
Grandmama.
Grandmama.
You remember when on the
Throw
episode
your
Family
L's up.
Matters?
Oh, yeah. John
John
Starks.
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 Oh, they got all the
The
big
Jordan
timers in there.
stopper.
You know the Knicks back when the boys
yeah,
are back in
of
town.
course,
And
of
speaking
course.
of Knicks being back, it's game one. Knicks all winning 12-8 against
now.
Indiana.
For
right
now.
Yeah, it's early.
See,
It's
he's
early.
just defending what he said
It's
earlier.
early.
Damn,
We all
I'm
know it's early. It's a game
It's
of
early, yeah.
runs.
And
Nobody
look, and the
tripping.
Knicks are playing ball. Let's just be honest.
Oh,
They're-
this is going to be a close game.
They don't have enough.
for real though.
This is going to be
And I
very.
agree with you. the style of play is different, and you would think they don't have the weapons. But think about it. It's the Knicks. They're going to muck it up. They're going to slow it down, play a little ugly ball, if you will, because obviously we know the Pacers like to run and get out and be the first team to 100.
The Pacers are the better team. Moving on.
Yeah, well, better teams don't always win, brother.
In a 7-game series, they usually do.
Copy that.
7-game series. So do you think?
Unless your star go down.
You're right.
The
like
one that scored
40,
40 points before the
I mean,
for the
honestly, I
playoffs.
could see this going all the way to the 7 games.
No,
right there.
Ain't gonna happen.
I mean, they went long with the Sixers.
My
see.
favorite 7-game series in the last 10 years is probably that Cavs, where Kyrie was still at LeBron, and they went against Golden State.
They was
I
down
think Golden
3.
State
that was a
They
good
down
game.
3. They was down. The one they was down.
They was
3.
down
3.
3. They was down 3 because you couldn't be down 4. No neck. I almost said it on air too.
I remember.
Look, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all come on down here to Uptown Sports Social. I know it's still a little early, got a little daylight out here, but we got the game on. The wings are coming out. They look
$1
delicious.
wings.
$1 wings for your people.
Please.
Y'all be sure to make y'all way on over here. And listen, if y'all come over here, remember we got that Marlon money from this segment sponsor, Montero Motors. I got, we got that money. And just like
Marlon
that, look at that G Sport 14-13. Indy still down by
How is
1.
that not over the back?
Yeah. Well, it's definitely over the back, but that's a beautiful thing. They're letting them play. They're letting them play. This is going to be I believe it's going to be a closer game than it should be, but they definitely letting them play. I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like from the SEC football games this year, we're paying for a few. We're paying for LSU SC. Yep. We're definitely paying for Texas, Michigan. And I'm paying for Tulane.
Oh, Oklahoma?
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That's a
At
good game.
Yeoman? I mean, at Yeoman?
I think it might be at Oklahoma this time.
Okay.
I will say this.
As he eats.
Wow. Are you
That's
bringing
ice cream?
dessert?
Ice cream?
This is crazy.
Wait, that's ice cream or that's bread pudding?
That's ice cream on top of bread pudding.
Man, y'all cutting up.
Oh, y'all cutting
This is-
up.
Man,
But ain't it gonna be cold on my tooth? That look good.
You know
Yeah,
what?
definitely take a picture of that.
We gonna start a coup over here.
Y'all cutting up.
Yeah,
this
for real.
is-
Look at the wings, dog. Them
what
things
is-
look good.
What is going on? Man, bring that over here and put this on
Yeah, let me see what that shit for.
bring
over
that
there.
over here.
Look, DJ Toon, he y'all got him. He's trying to put his music together. He looking at.
Put that on camera.
See that you done? You want ice cream? I know you just had your tooth pulled. I'm just gonna tease you with this good stuff. That's what you do.
Actually, ice cream would be perfect for you. With
That
your
would be
wisdom teeth.
perfect because you don't have to worry
Numbs
about.
you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
I
I'm
didn't
just
even
trying to
know
help
they
you.
had that.
Trying to
She's
help you.
trying to help her brother out.
Cause the
She
coup.
came over here with great direct. Definitely. Hey, well, look, Montero.
Hey, it's Joel Realtor. You're now tuned in to Inside the Trenches. We'll be right back.
Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Fave Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's the host of Inside the Trenches podcast, Marlon Big Favorite. Did you know Small Sliders had an app? You can go to your Google Play Store or your Apple Store right now, download the Small Sliders app in Marrero, and order your food right now. You want to get a number 2? Well, slide through 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Small Sliders, simple on purpose. Hello, somebody. It's the host of Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM, Marlon Big Favorite. Come join me every Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. at Uptown Sports Social. That's 3218 Magazine Street, New Orleans, Louisiana. Uptown Sports Social got them dollar wing specials between 6 to 8 if y'all come check us out then. And you can get the Gorilla. That's the Big Fave special. Uptown Sports Social, 3218 Magazine Street. Come on through, baby. Hello, somebody.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com.
You're listening to us on ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM, right here every day of the week, Monday through Friday, weekday that is. We're here 6 to 8 p.m. talking about sports and entertainment. I know the question of the day, we want to know who's winning right now. Is it Drake or Kendrick? You know, in the sport of rap battle, who's winning right now? That's the big time question we got, and you guys can feel free to join us. We want to thank our segment sponsor, Godwyn Realty, baby. That's right, Godwyn Realty. My man Joel in the building. So, Joe, you were pretty busy this weekend, huh?
Oh, dude. I mean, we had plenty of stuff. Let's see here. I did an open house. What else? We had some festivals going on.
Definitely.
I mean, like I said, we had that Derek Carr experience, which was definitely amazing. But, yeah, absolutely great weekend.
No doubt. Now, Joe, you put one of the videos that you put up I thought was cool. It was the open house video, and you was talking about like some things people should check for before they buy a property. You want to share that with some of our listeners?
Absolutely. So when you're looking at a property, especially doing an open house, you just got to make sure to check for the things that you typically don't look at. And for home buyers, what they typically look at is like what's inside the house. Like, oh, what do the cabinets look like? What are the countertops? This and that. But people are not looking at the AC age. So going outside and you can actually look at the stickers right on the AC and you can see the age of the AC right there. Checking the water heater age. Trying to look at the roof and everything. See if it's like maybe lost a little bit or maybe if it looks old. Those are the major systems that you got to look at because that's the big ticket items. Everything else inside the house, a lot of the things, you can actually do yourself.
No, that's big time, man. Y'all make sure if y'all need more information or want to learn more what Joel's talking about, y'all can really just pull up on them. 1943 Sophie Wright place right here in New Orleans, Louisiana, down the street from where we at right now. Right. And they're open 9 to 5, daily, weekly, 504-826-8426. Again, that number is 504-826-8426. That's Godwyn Realty and my man Joel. And the family over there, Britt, the whole folks over at the office, everybody going to make you feel at home and get you right. All right, y'all. This is way too early. 2025 mock draft. Way too early, right? Football season has started. Pro Football Focus had dropped this deal out earlier. So I want to kind of look at some of the names that's on there and get my co-host's opinion on, you know, what they think about this particular list. My computer froze on me, so I'm going to my other deal here. But I do know that Shador is on this list. They have him going
9
to where, Joe? I don't have it up on mine.
Yeah, I got it right here. So it looks like they got Shador Sanders is going 9. Honestly, y'all, the most ridiculous stuff about this whole entire draft pick, I don't really think this person even understands like how the NFL works nowadays and how it's so offensive focused. Like they have an edge rusher. They were right about number 2 being Will Campbell. Like I think he will go in the top 5, maybe in the top 3. But then they have a defensive line, a cornerback, finally a QB, an offensive tackle. So I think that they just put way too many defensive people. I think for the next couple of years, we're going to see way more offensive people in the top 10.
I can believe that, especially with the talent coming up. And I had it pulled up here. I know we jumped to Shador at 9 to the Oakland Raiders, but I want to kind of go through some of the names. There's some SEC cats on here, and like G Sports said, there's some Michigan cats on here as well.
And Texas.
And Texas is loaded on here, even in the first 10 picks. So you have James Pearson Jr. from Tennessee. They got him potentially going number 1 edge rusher to Carolina. So, and a lot of this, y'all, is way too early because we don't know if this is going to actually be the order either.
And Shador would be if not the first, the second quarterback off the board.
Oh yeah.
And right here they have him the second. So yeah, they do have him. But you can also, like Quinn Ears could jump in this conversation depending on what type of season he has. But Carlson Beck, they've been talking about. I'm not going to say his situation is similar to Caleb Williams, but they've been talking about Carlson Beck since last season, and it's like he's coming back, and they're trying to make a big deal out of him.
Well, I mean, ask yourself, is Will Johnson better than Hunter from Colorado?
Well, Hunter's more of a dual threat player, but he's a corner too.
Right. So
Will Johnson's pretty good, but I think the only reason Travis Hunter is beneath Will Johnson is because of durability issues.
That's
I think
what I'm
people are
thinking.
concerned about the durability, and I think
you don't think that was a freak accident?
No, it's just playing those 2 positions.
no. Well, and he got hurt at Jackson State too.
Right.
So he's been hurt every year in college. Not only that, I don't know exactly how much he weighs, but I know that his weight is an issue for NFL scouts.
I see what
Well,
you're
my
saying.
projected position for him is slot receiver. I don't think he should play corner.
If he wants to make money, like that money, like generational wealth money, play corner.
Well, wait, hold up. They just gave Amon St. Brown $40 million a year at wide receiver.
But
so I think wide
But he's
receiver might be
wide receiver
to get
would
the money.
definitely.
My receiver's starting to get quarterback money.
Yeah.
But he would be a hot commodity and probably be the first cornerback taken off the board if he sticks to corner. If he focuses on that
Over
on the-
Johnson?
Well, this what I'm gonna say about
He's a
that
better
to,
talent.
to y'all 2 guys.
Yeah.
The thing is, that cornerback position could be weak, strong. If you're a good DB, you got more
Right.
opportunities. Whereas a receiver, you have 4 different receivers, but most of the teams, they got their load of talent. But to your point, man, we might see a Slash situation. On the next level, you never know. But they got him going number 12 to Tampa.
They trying to get him to be a Heisman Trophy candidate.
I see, and listen, and it's,
I can see that.
It's very possible. It's hard to do that at one position. So Joel, if he's balling out at all those positions, that'll give opportunity for Heisman.
I mean, absolutely. If he is doing that in both positions, absolutely, that is like Heisman like caliber right there. But it's just it kind of gets into the question about it is that do you really see quarterbacks really getting Heisman trophies a lot? Like that's
Charles Woodson.
Okay,
See, that's
one
what-
guy
yeah.
30 years
out of
ago.
But that's how Deion gonna try to utilize
well,
it.
yeah.
Punt returns, receiver, corner. They gonna be on the national stage a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely a way to promote him to get him. Because if you really think about it, last year, without the freak injury, maybe he could have been in consideration of a Heisman even last year. So I could definitely see that moving forward, definitely. And if anybody knows how to package somebody and put the shine and the gloss on it, it's prime.
You got the shine and the gloss on with the primes on
Well,
today.
you know,
I can't
the
even see your
sponsors-
eyes, baby.
the
sponsors-
He got the primes on.
The sponsors do be sponsoring.
Hello. Now, I think this is another interesting pick at 11. Luther Burden to the Saints. The Saints didn't go wide. What he said, oh, Lord. Joe, your thoughts on it. Now, this is the best receiver in the draft next year.
I mean, that really comes down to where we're at in wide receivers. I mean, like, okay, what are we lacking the most? Like, we definitely have to go offensive linemen. Like, no matter where we are in the draft, and depending upon that and what's available on the board, like, we're all saying it, everybody.
Well, to me, it seems like they saying we failed at receiver this year. They're saying that Olave didn't step up and get those 1,200 yards receiving. You know, we didn't develop Rashid good enough. The St. Brown guy didn't do what he's supposed to do. Cedric Wilson, you know. So what they're seeing seems like to me they're forecasting that, you know, we failed at the receiver position this year.
Well, I will say this. We do, like we mentioned earlier, we have to be able to let this season go through.
Right.
But that's why they call it way too early. If y'all are just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, we're looking at the 2025 NFL mock draft per Football Focus. This is the guys that they think coming up next season. I like the fact that Will Campbell is number 2 as the top offensive tackle coming off the board. You will see a lot of LSU guys, SEC guys, and like G said, Michigan. I mean, you got Kent Grant from Michigan, defensive tackle. He's projected to go 20. You got Carlson Loveland, tight end, projected to go
Best tight end
18.
in the draft.
See, there you go. As a Michigan fan, that's why he mentioned that Charles Woodson thing earlier.
Perkins at 17.
That's what I was coming to next. You do have Harold Perkins. It's been talked about with Harold Perkins. They're basically trying to make and mold him into this linebacker, traditional linebacker. And I do think that Coach Blake will be able to do that with Harold Perkins. But, I mean, Harold, if he has a year like he had his first year, CL, he could potentially be a top 10.
Let me ask you this. Do you see him in a mold of Parsons? Not really a real big linebacker, but could be used in various ways. Could you see that for him?
Well, and that was the issue, and that's why they're really trying to move him to this position. I could see him as it because he's just such a playmaker off the edge, but he's small.
Right.
So Perkins is not Perkins. I meant to say Michael Parsons.
We got to talk about this, but literally, out of all this whole entire list, there is only 3 offensive tackles that are coming on this list, which literally doesn't make any sense. So let's look at these teams who are drafting at these teams. Every single one of these teams that we're saying has a top quarterback that needs that top offensive tackle. That's just what they need. We know this, everybody. The NFL has made it abundantly clear that this is an offensive league. I'm not trying to hate on defensive people. But for legitly, if the NFL, they would much rather both teams score 60 points each.
Oh,
because that's what they want.
Better believe it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
I mean, fantasy, online betting, the world that we're in now has strictly become about the now, giving it them now. It's a microwave society. So, in back in the days, you used to build your team through defense.
Yeah.
So, now it's up now, guys.
On last mention here, they got right here Cowboys 25, Quinn Ayers. What they saying about Dak, bro? They saying Dak could be the quarterback. They're going to go get a quarterback in the first round?
Dak time is running out.
That's
but the
crazy.
fact that they don't have Emory Jones,
No
the
one on
offensive
this.
lineman for LSU, and Kyron Lacy,
Yeah.
the wide receiver for LSU, in his first round is pathetic.
It's early, brothers. It's
No,
early.
it's definitely early.
Don't let your blood pressure get up.
You
baby.
can
It's
book
early.
it. You can book it right now that Kyron Lacy and Emory Jones will be first round draft picks.
Well, it's Inside the Trenches, baby. We having ourselves a good time. I want to thank Godwyn Realty for all of that they do for the show. Make your way down here. We're at Uptown Sports Social. That's 3218 Magazine Street. We got another hour, baby. It's Inside the Trenches, ESPN New Orleans.
Hey,
DJ
it's Joel
Tune.
Realtor. You're now tuned in to Inside the Trenches. We'll be right back.
I might lose my mind. You're my
Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody. Hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Are you tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You can do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's the host of Inside the Trenches podcast, Marlon Big Favorite.
One of the big subjects that we're going to talk about today is this battle between Drake and Kendrick Lamar and this hip-hop, sporty-like battle. And, man, we're just having ourselves a good time. I got Joel in the building. G Sports is in the building representing my man CL Nola, keeping us up to speed. Now, if y'all didn't get a chance to check out the game, and I want to talk about our sponsors here in a minute. It is 29-27. New York is losing to Indiana right now. There's 9 minutes and 50. It's still early, G. It's still early. I hear over that clean throat in the Eastern semifinals game. Shout out to Godwyn Realty for all that they do for the show as well. We want to thank Small Sliders at 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero.
You changed it up right there. You changed it up right.
You saw it, I moved that deep voice.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah,
And more railroad.
I could also appreciate a nice, clean vehicle as well. And if y'all want to do that too, you can go check out Crown Car Wash. They're at 1336 Gretna, in Gretna on Stumpf Boulevard. Y'all make sure they're 24 hours. We got you covered like a blanket with them as well. We want to thank Uptown Sports Social for showing this segment some love, giving us an opportunity to do our show at a really nice venue. I'm telling y'all.
Oh, yeah.
I know the Dollar Wings is what we're talking about a lot, but it's just a really nice spot to be. Like
Number one sports bra in New Orleans, hands down.
Easy
CL
down.
approved, for sure.
CL approved, baby.
Sure.
And Montero Motors, y'all would have heard their commercial as well. We want to thank them for all that they do for the show. Y'all check out Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway Boulevard in Metairie, Louisiana. Go ahead and use that Marlon money over there. It's $500. Now, the only way you can get it, you got to come to Uptown Sports Social, right, on Mondays, 6 to 8, or you can come get it at 11:30 to 1:30 at Small Sliders at our live remote. Yeah, definitely. All right, it's time to get into it, baby. Them Saints and that defensive line, right? And I felt like I wanted to talk about this when we had Cam on the show. He was naming some guys. He was saying some stuff about the ends and the tackles, and it really made me feel a little better, Joel, about the direction that they're going.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at this Saints defensive line and the players that they have, even after drafting the guy, do you feel much more confident in their rotation?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got Nathan Shepard and Kalen Saunders. And then I think, though, that Brian Breesy is going to have a very good year. Man, just think about the dude. The dude is fast. He's powerful. He's technical. I mean, did you see that play that he did on Tampa Bay? He did that guard wrong. Like, just swam over him. And when you have those three guys constantly rotating, and then you have Christian Boyd, who's coming in, who's going to be able to learn from these, especially Nathan and Kalen, it's going to really help them out.
No doubt. G Sports, when you look at this Saints defensive line going into OTAs, now that we went through the draft, what's your thoughts?
I feel real good about what Carl Granderson showed us last year, especially after he got the bag. He was our best defensive lineman last year by far. I'm about to piggyback off what Joe said. Brian Brzee showed flashes last year that he can be a top interior lineman in the league, right? Now, the key to all of this, can Cam Jordan get Chase Young up to speed on how to be a pro and how to be consistent week in and week out? If he does that and comes back from the neck injury week one, ready to play, and give us a consistent pass rush and it doesn't take plays off like a lot of NFL analysts have noted, the Saints defense could be really good to go with that secondary, led by Marshawn Lattimore, Adebo, Alante Taylor, and Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Hey, Kool-Aid.
Nice.
Yeah, Kool-Aid definitely going to handle this business.
I love our secondary right now.
Yes, indeed. Now, CL, bro, they got rotation up front. They got some guys that's been making some noise last season, like they mentioned, Carl Granderson. What's your thoughts on the D-line this year?
Well, I've always said I love competition at every position. I think this year we definitely have competition at the position. And I just want to remind Saints fans, don't be too off-taken about the neck surgery with Chase Young. Remember, he played in the Super Bowl with that hurt injured neck. So I'm thinking once he get the surgery, he'll be just fine. I do like Boyd getting a chance to get in the middle with Brzee. I think we have a recipe of how we want to attack the interior. I do kind of appreciate that. I do appreciate Camden his witty probably response to how I felt about moving him around. So I'm but I'm positive that we will be better in getting pressure. But the real question is Isaiah Foskey going to be in the building this year? Will he show up? Because I really think that's the key of getting all the pressure. If we could really get an edge that could get pressure with that front full push.
Man, no doubt. And Foskey is a guy that Cam mentioned made some strides at the end of last season, and we do have to keep an eye on him during OTAs and in training camp because they did draft him last year in the 3rd round. He dealt with a nagging injury. 2nd round, I'm sorry. He dealt with a nagging injury, but I'm just looking at the depth on this line. They didn't pick up Peyton Turner's 5th-year option.
Why would you?
He has a lot to prove.
Why would you?
I mean,
it's a production league, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't produced. There's no disrespect to Peyton Turner. I think he's a great talent, but he hasn't produced.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Talent and potential gets you fired. You have to be able to put it all together and put it and play on Sundays. And if this year, and the talent and the rotation that we have this year, if he doesn't do it this year, clearly, this might be his last stint in the NFL.
No, yeah, if he doesn't do it this year, especially like you're saying, this talent.
Yeah.
I
mean, I'm talking about out the league.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about because I don't think they're going to. Because Davenport, Minnesota went through it with Davenport last year, thinking that they was going to get a gentleman or paid him $8 million.
I could see him getting like a 1-year deal.
Yeah,
like
I could see him get a prove
give
it
him
deal.
a chance. Yeah, like get a prove me deal.
I could definitely see him getting a prove-it deal, but he can prove it here. That's the crazy part about it. We shouldn't even be thinking that far in the future.
Why there, when
because
here?
This year, he can prove it here. Obviously, he got the money. He first-round pick. He got the money. You have a veteran like Cam that's going to stay around. You have Chase Young, a younger guy, but still have some skins on the walls compared to the other D ends and D tackles that we have. So we have a nice chemistry between young and old. I just think that an Isaiah Foskey, a Peyton Turner, these boys need to show up and show out this year because it's all on them.
It's a full-court press thing, too, for him because, you bring in, like the basketball terminology, like you say, Chase Young.
Right.
You still have Foskey right there. He's a guy that was drafted last year. So it's like the pressure is on. Yes, staying healthy is going to be important for him, but, being productive, man. You've been here since 2021.
Right.
We expect more. When you look at the production up front, just watching football, man, just being around the sport, man, it's important to have some good rushers. When you can get at least 2 of your players up front with double-digit sacks, man, your DB's loving that, huh?
It's just equivalent to what the LSU defense went through last year. Mekhi Wingo led LSU in sacks on the D-line. And you expect these corners and these safeties to guard some of the best players in the world in the SEC for that long? It's the same thing the Saints went through. And so Carl Granderson was our only consistent pass rusher last year. We know Father Time is catching up with Cam Jordan. So we need somebody to step up like a Chase Young, like a Isaiah Foskey, like a Brian Brzee, which he showed flashes last year. And if that happens, man, this Saints defense is going to be really, really good. Because one thing we can see, and no matter what, we have our reservations about Dennis Allen as a head coach. He can call a defense, and he know how to put us in position.
Yeah. He call a defense. And that's the thing I think people don't realize. Coach Allen doesn't have anything to do with the offense. He's literally turned it over to Kubiak and the new regime. He's in charge of the defense. I do respect Coach Allen as a defensive coordinator. He can get it done, but we do need to come up with more creative schemes to get pressure on quarterbacks, like maybe moving guys around. I won't say their name, but just to create more pressure, because in this league, we can't be so vanilla, especially on defense, if we're not getting pressure with the front four.
But remember,
help out those DBs.
I can say this too.
Go ahead.
No, Joel, I was coming to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm just really looking forward to seeing what Willie Gay is going to do. Because he is somebody that we picked up in free agency that could really make a big difference on this team.
He could actually start.
It's not even just Willie Gay. You got Pete Warner. Like, you have Willie Gay and you have DeMario Davis that is just making this really great 3 linebacker team right there that can just constantly rotate.
Yeah, no doubt at all. And when you think about this front at its best, if everybody plays to their full potential, in the NFC South that is really searching for an identity. Yes, we got Kirk Cousins that was brought into Atlanta, but then they draft a first-round quarterback. What's going on in Atlanta? Bryce Young, they're bringing some guys like Robert Hunt on the offensive line to improve his blocking, but we still don't know. I mean, he little bitty, bro. Baker, now Tampa seems like they got their stuff together, but we typically have their number, man.
Right.
And I feel like the D-line G-Sport is the key to success, y'all, for the same team. Yep,
And I think that, a lot of people was wondering why we went and drafted Kool-Aid McKinstry in the second round. Bro, that's a hell of a talent, and we don't know how this saga is about to play out with Marshawn Lattimore.
True.
We don't know.
Let me be the first one to tell y'all. I'll tell y'all right now.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have to worry about Marshawn. You understand me?
Yeah.
He is the best cornerback to ever play for the New Orleans Saints. Don't worry about his contract. He's not going anywhere. If anything, we probably got Kool-Aid because we won't re-up a Debo.
Exactly.
To replace
Well,
Debo.
well,
but
exactly.
Marshawn's not going anywhere.
No. Not only is he not going anywhere because he's one of the best, but we ain't going to lose $30 million. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just not going to happen.
Hold on, what you mean we're not going to lose $30 million?
By releasing
if
him,
we trade
get rid of him.
Lattimore, we are $30 million in dead money cap.
How?
Like,
They gonna
that's
take
how
on,
the
they gonna,
contract
You don't
is.
trade. First of all, you don't trade away your number one corner.
That's how his contract
if
is.
he's not going to re-sign back with you, you go get something for him.
Well, we have him under contract, so I don't think we've reached that.
No, that's what we're talking
How
about.
many years he got left?
He probably has 2 left.
I think he got one more year left.
Well, he got 2. I think he has 2 years left in his
2 years.
contract. But before, if they cut him,
They
before,
can extend him.
They can extend him, but they can also still trade him and get like a second or third round.
There you
pick
go.
for him. So,
Just don't trade your number one corner. I'm just telling you.
If he doesn't want to be here.
If he doesn't want to be here.
Why would you think he don't want to be here?
We don't know what's going on inside that building.
But hold on,
CL.
I will say this though. Mickey Loomis did say that everything is good with him, but you do pay attention to the nonverbal communication, and they did get Kool-Aid just
They
in
said
case.
the same thing about Zion.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break, and we probably could talk about this a little more. It's Inside the Trenches, baby.
Hey, it's
ESPN
Joel
New
Realtor.
Orleans.
You're now tuned in to Inside the Trenches. We'll be right back.
I'ma make it make sense. You can shake a leg for me. Move them arms for me. Chopper style with it. Chopper style with it. Oh yeah!
Love is the key. I love showing love. I love being me. I love meditating because it set my mind free. Tell them kids stay in school. Ain't no love in the streets.
Oh, yeah.
Take them back to the good old days. We rock polos.
Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You can do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello.
Wright, and y'all are listening to Inside the Trenches. I got my man G Sport in the building, Joe and the Big Easy is in the building, and CL Nola. Shouts out to everybody who's enjoying them dollar wings right now. We thank y'all for being in the building.
Dollar wings.
Dollar wings, baby. Dollar bill,
Lemon
y'all.
pepper.
That's he can't wait for them lemon pepper when he come off that. That's all he keep talking about, the lemon pepper. Just keep on rubbing it in. Keep on doing it to me. And for, if y'all just tuning in, the reason I told CL that I can't eat any of the wings, my voice is starting to sound a little better because the meds are wearing off. I'm glad I'm not up here struggling like my mouth's hurting, but I had a little tooth pull today, so I just wanted to be fully transparent to our listeners, and that's why your boys sound a little muffled right now. We want to take this time to thank Small Sliders for what they do for the show. Small Sliders, that's 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Shouts out to them. We have our remotes there every Friday. We would love for y'all to come join us at the remote, 11:30 to 1:30. We at Small Sliders doing our thing. Now, to me, fellas, this next subject is real. Clutch Points put this out. And quick pause real quick. I want to give y'all an update on the game because they just had Spike. Spike be rocking them logos. Shouts out to Spike.
With the bucket hat.
You see him, huh? So it's 38-40. Go ahead, see.
Yeah, it just reminds me of me at a Pelican game. That's all.
You funny. With the primes on, though. But it's 40-38. Indy's up. It's 4 minutes and 58 seconds left in the second quarter. Y'all feel free to come on down here to Uptown Sports Social and watch the game with us, baby. Get you some wings. We can talk about the Saints, whatever you want to talk about, we're here for it. They even got, like, the 1984 NFL draft, like, on one of the TVs. Like, they just, I'm telling you, whatever you want to watch in sports,
right,
they have it here. Now, Clutch Points on Instagram have put out a story with Spencer Rattler. And the deal with Spencer Rattler is this. It was historical how everything went down. We've never had a draft where we didn't have a quarterback not drafted for 138 picks in between. We've never experienced that, but we did this year. And it just so happened, a team who typically does exceptionally well on undrafted free agents, or late picks, the Saints were able to come across Spencer Rattler in the 5th round. In my opinion, a generational talent, right? Late 1st round, early 2nd round talent, easily. Saints got it, bro. Now, this all stemmed from something he did when he was 17 years old. He was basically being an immature jerk to some kids on this reality show, and it hurt his stock. Hey, he gonna make millions eventually. Good for us. Right. Your thoughts, Joe?
Let us talk about, do we all remember how we were when we were teenagers? I can only imagine how CL was when he was a teenager.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah, actually you couldn't. Yeah, you're right, I couldn't. And we were completely different people, y'all. And then he went into a college and got into several different difficult situations. Think about the whole thing of being able, you're starting for Oklahoma, you get sit down. Not only do you get sit down, but you get replaced. And then you go to South Carolina. And not only do you dust it off, but you get better, and then you lead that team. So everybody, I'm just amazed that those team people just never even thought about that. That, like, wait a minute, this was a teenager. He's a totally different person now.
No doubt, and he did give himself time to mature. Like you said, he went through some things, man. You went through the challenge with Caleb Williams.
Right.
Then you go off to USC, and then you got to go to South Carolina, a struggling South Carolina team.
Right.
CL, you were, I know you was lit for sure, but you were super ecstatic that we got Spencer Rattler.
Well, it's about value. It's about value. The draft it's not a proven science. It's about value. You have a board. You have talent on the board. Certain talent should go before certain rounds. So the arm talent that you could never get in the 5th round, you got it in this young man. And then speaking on the things, the show that he had and how he came off like a jerk, let me tell you something, New Orleans. You don't want a quarterback that doesn't have thick skin. You don't want a quarterback that hasn't been
Tom
through
Brady.
something. You don't want a quarterback that everybody praised on a pedestal until he got to the pros, and now we have to continue that. You want a guy that has been broken down to his bare bones and built himself back up, and I believe that's Mr. Rattler, because he didn't have an offensive line South Carolina.
He
at all.
really didn't. One play, he got pulverized
Right.
and still threw a 50-yard dot. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have a guy that's mobile, G-Sport. You got a guy that's fearless. You have a quarterback that was considered one of, like, he was legit going toe-for-toe with Caleb Williams, the #1 draft pick overall.
Right.
The Saints got him one, huh?
Definitely. You know, when you got somebody like Clint Kubiak who comes from that San Francisco 49ers franchise under Shanahan, who got a 7th-round pick in Brock Purdy and got him to evolve and be top 10, top 15 quarterback in the league, depending on who you're talking to. I would think that Clint Kubiak knows the formula to get Spencer Rattler to be the best he can be. And so I feel real good about him coming into training camp, and I think Clint Kubiak is going to get him to be the best version of himself. Derek Carr better watch out.
You know what they call that, G-Sport? They call that the Brock Purdy era.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Derek Carr better be
that's what we in.
Derek Carr better be watching over his shoulder.
I'm sorry, man, but I got to disagree with you. Derek Carr got the Lord on his side, man.
Oh,
There you go.
and you.
I'm sorry. When you got the Lord on your side, you
you know-
ain't got to watch out.
And a good realtor.
How you know?
Good realtor.
How you know Spencer
Oh,
Rattler
yeah.
don't have the Lord on his side?
I mean, hey, he might have the Lord on his side.
All them
I just
trials
have-
and tribulations.
But I haven't seen any videos of Spencer Rattler dropping the Holy Ghost on people. I haven't seen those videos yet.
Give
but
him
I'm
some
looking
time.
for 'em.
What
I'm
Joel
looking
is
for 'em.
basically telling y'all is he definitely going to get that Derek Carr jersey. He's going to be rocking for him.
For a year.
Derek, you got you a new fan. Definitely a Joel. And we all are fans of you because we want you to be successful, because we want the team to be
Right.
successful. But
Right.
it is funny. But, boy,
The fact that he gets to sit is probably the most
Oh,
important
yeah. I'm about to
thing
say
that
this.
I don't think people have
Right.
ran over their mind just yet.
And
He
I was gonna
doesn't
tell
have
you
the,
this, though.
yeah,
I was
he
gonna-
doesn't have the pressure.
I was going to tell you this, though, before you get into your story. He don't want to get caught slipping, boy, because Spencer's right there. Because let me say something. Jay Hanger is not the one, CL. I ain't lying to you.
How do you know that?
Well, baby, listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. You gotta know this is the National Football League, baby. You ain't number one play away. You're only one play away. What you got for me, G? Come on.
Tell us.
You're only one play away. So you want. I've always begged for competition at every position. I'm so grateful that we had, because we didn't give Haney a chance. Now we're giving him the chance.
Pronounce
to
his name
compete.
right.
Jake Haney.
Hanger? Jake
Hanger.
Hanger.
Hayner.
No.
Hayner.
Hated it.
Until he score a couple of touchdowns, he gonna be whatever I call him. You ain't never been in a locker room, you call whatever they call till they make a play.
Well, if it ain't a high boy, then what do they call that, right?
But G, break it down for us. What you thinking?
I'm glad to see Hayner and Spencer Rattler go through this battle in training camp. We already know Derek Carr not gonna get that many reps. So in the preseason and in training camp, Rattler and Hayner gonna be going toe to toe. And so I can't wait to see how this unfolds. It's gonna be a lot of pressure on both of them to see who's gonna be the number 2 quarterback in New Orleans.
And watch this, and a lot of fans don't know this as well. Training camp will be in Irvine, California this year. I think moving the training camp, and I know I love to take advantage of us playing in hot weather and getting conditioned. But we also lost last year. We had a tremendous 13-inch drought last year. The heat was crazy last year. I believe we lost time in continuity waiting. Because of the weather, we had to move some practices inside. We go to Irvine, California. We have time everybody can get a chance to play, and we don't have to lose days because of weather.
We got to get the score in the game. Joe, that was a big buzzer that was beater. That
dude-
was
Right at halftime.
The dude made a half-court shot. Sunk it. Just
We got to figure out who made that shot. I wouldn't look.
Hardenstein. The
Hardenstein,
center.
New York.
The center.
Told you New York going to do some big things.
They losing 55-49, bro. What are you talking about? Indiana.
That was a lot of momentum with that big shot made going into
They in the
Long
Big
and a
Apple.
half.
You're right.
But hey, getting back to Spencer though, so looking at Derek Carr and being able to talk to him and seeing with him, I can really see him, whether or not with Jake Hayner, Spencer, I just see Derek being that Drew Brees figure to them and really coaching them up and like really teaching them and like mentoring them.
All I want to see from Derek Carr in this upcoming season and training camp is how can he show that he's a better leader than he was last season. Last year I was
agree.
very disappointed in his leadership
I
qualities.
agree.
If he can correct that, I think that's half the battle.
And I agree with G Sports. I think he took a hit, socially, and that. But once again, New Orleans, this man is probably on his 6th offensive coordinator in his career. He's learning. Once again, he's going to learn a new offense. So I think we kind of have our hearts on our sleeves in New Orleans, and we want everything. You know, finally, I hope we realize that, okay, Derek Carr is not Drew Brees, not off the field, not on the field. Maybe we can look at it with a different set of eyes. But if we don't protect him, then we just back at square one again.
And I will say this, guys. This is a situation not all the way similar, but this is kind of like with Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. You're a veteran. You're a high-skilled quarterback. It's not the same, but it's very similar because this is another thing too. A lot of people don't know this, and Mickey has shut it down. But I bet you the thought had crossed their mind. Michael Penix Jr. I think it thought might the fact that they eventually got a high-end quarterback that let you know, Joe, that this was the direction that they were eventually going to take.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've heard from the GM, Michael Loomis, that they were highly considering trading up for Michael Penix. That was in the conversation, but they decided not to, and I'm grateful that they didn't do that.
Well, ask yourself, what motivates you more? A rookie coming in for your job, or some backups that you're not sure that's going to make the team?
That's a good question to think about, and it is, and you do have to look at that from every perspective. From the perspective of, hey, if we bring in a guy and he's not ready to contribute as a first rounder, you got to play.
Right.
Early second round, you got to play. Y'all even look at that as Kool-Aid. And let me tell you, y'all need to come on down here and play at Uptown Sports Social, baby, because that's where we at. Uptown Sports Social. That's Magazine Street. We on 3218 Magazine Street to be exact. And listen, we got the games on, we got DJ Tune in the building, and we got a couple more segments here for y'all. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be back, baby. It's Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans.
Hey, beautiful, just gotta let you know.
Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody. Hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You can do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information. And let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's the host of Inside the Trenches podcast, Marlon Big Favorite. Did you know Small Sliders had an app? You can go to your Google Play Store or your Apple Store right now, download the Small Sliders app in Marrero, and order your food right now. You want to get a number 2? Well, slide through 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Small Sliders, simple on purpose. Hello, somebody. It's the host of Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM, Marlon Big Favorite. Come join me every Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. at Uptown Sports Social. That's 3218 Magazine Street, New Orleans, Louisiana. Uptown Sports Social got them dollar wing specials between 6 to 8 if y'all come check us out then. And you can get the Gorilla. That's the Big Fave special. Uptown Sports Social. 3218 Magazine Street. Come on through, baby. Hello, somebody.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Sports lovers in the house. The sports lovers in the house. Where are my sports lovers at? If you in the sports, you like bars, you need to make your...
Go back to your hood and plant on money trees. Say you hate the girls, I but what you really mean. I've been with black and white and everything that's in between. You the black messiah, wiping up a mixed queen. And hit vanilla cream to help out with your...
Hello, somebody. It's Joel with Godwyn Realty, and you're now tuned in to Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans.
Drop a 50 band. Hello, somebody. It's your boy, Marlon Big Favor Wright. It's Inside the Trenches. I got my man Joel with me, G Sports, and also CL Nola, baby. And we're gonna let the music vibe on out the last segment. So this is our last segment on air. So I want to take this time once again to thank all of our sponsors. We have Godwyn Realty, my man Joel right here with me. Perfect timing. That was perfect for that sponsorship right there. Godwyn Realty, y'all make sure y'all check them out. You can hit up Joel at GodwynRealty.com. Email him, let him know what you want. He got you covered like a blanket, baby. We also want to take this time to thank Uptown Sports Social for allowing us to be here to do our show. It's beautiful. We couldn't ask for a better venue. The #1 sports venue in town, Uptown Sports Social. And remember, we're going to wrap up this segment, but you guys can still come on down, check the game out. The games will be on all day here at Uptown Sports Social. We want to thank Crown Car Wash for all they do for the show, Small Sliders, Marrero for everything that they do for the show as well. And listen, y'all, we're going to keep this thing going, baby. Now, at the core of this show, the very base of it is sports and entertainment.
Yep.
That's what we are. This is sports. Since 2017, this show came about. As a matter of fact, Inside the Trenches in 2016 was on ESPN for a little short run, and, we kept things going. So I would be remiss if I ain't talk about this battle between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Now, let's take this thing to the beginning, and if our listeners, I know Toon been getting y'all rolling until we came back talking. He's been playing some of these songs. Let's talk about where this started the second time. I'm going to call it the second time because, there's been some sneak disses, right, going on over the past couple of years from what we hear, quote unquote.
Right.
The Big Three song, right? That started it all. That's what ignited it. It wasn't a diss at all. It was just First Person Shooter was the name of the song. Kendrick said, Drake and J. Cole was like, hey, we the Big Three. And he mentioned Kendrick. Kendrick felt like, you know what? I'm sick of this. Y'all not the Big Three. It's just Big Me. And he dropped his lock like that. Now, the first person to respond was Jermaine, like you. But not Jermaine G Sport. I'm talking about Jermaine Cole. He was the first one to respond, Joe. But then he was like, this didn't sit right on my spirit. I'm just giving them a background, and I'm going to let my co-host
get some context.
Get some context to it, right? And he was like, this don't sit right on my spirit. He apologized publicly, and he deleted the song, right? So then it continued. Drake said, I ain't apologizing. He dropped Tailor Made. Then Kendrick drops 616. I might be a little out of order. Then I'm telling you, some of y'all lost track of this. This has been going. And then Drake comes back with Push-Ups. And then Kendrick responds with Euphoria. And then Drake comes back with
Family Matters.
Family Matters, which I thought that was good. And then then Kendrick comes back with the Grams Family. And Graham Family, and then that Night Like Us. Ooh, now that one was cold. And then Drake just recently dropped The Heart 6. So I'm going to start with you, Joel. Who's winning right now, Drake or Kendrick?
All around, I think it's Drake. Like, just, it's not a question. Kendrick really should have just kind of like left it there. Like, but when J. Cole came out and said like, "Oh, we're the top 3," it's like, dude, he's saying it. You're one of the top 3, but he had to come out there. I bet you it was probably his posse telling him, saying like, "Oh, Kendrick, you gonna let him like say that about you, like this and that?" And he's like, "You know what? You're right. I need to respond to this." And just like thinking, Kendrick.
As several weeks this been going on, I will stick by this. I think this is all a publicity stunt. Drake had Kendrick Lamar on his Take Care album. Kendrick Lamar had him on his album with Poetic Justice. Why all of a sudden they gonna start beefing because of some he said about this the big 3? Bro, they just trying to keep the buzz going. And I get it. It's all about the bottom line. But this is a publicity stunt. I don't think it's real beef. They all in a group message right now laughing at the world.
They on WhatsApp right now, just like, haha.
And I don't know, because these are some personal jabs being thrown. Like, you're bringing the family.
Leaking it, though.
Now, Drake did mention that he leaked the false news about having a daughter and all
Everybody
that.
knew that.
And Kendrick bit on the bait.
Everybody knew that.
Unquote. But it seems like it's getting super competitive, Sierra.
Well, rap is a competitive sport. I'll say that again. Rap is a competitive sport, but you want to speak about who's winning. I'll tell you who's winning. Hip-hop is winning.
Yep.
Because these young men have decided to bring it back to rap. Hip-hop and rap originally started as battle rap. You know, MC Shan against KS1, and, you know, I won't give you the history. But
New York?
Yeah, it definitely started in New York. So at least they're bringing it back to rap. Because for a minute, rap kind of went somewhere. I don't know where it went at. I took a vacation, you know. I had to go back to Nas, and, you know, I had to get my mind right, because I don't know where rap went for a minute. But I think it's important that they're keeping it. They're keeping the battle true, and it's just on record and just on wax, and it's not anywhere else. And I think the person that's actually winning is hip-hop as a whole.
That's a really good answer. I'm going to say Drake for my answer, just because I do think, now Kendrick, he dropped 2 bombs. That Euphoria and Not Like Us was dope.
Yeah.
Drake Family Matters was dope. Drake Push-Ups was dope. And then now Drake just dropped The Hearts. Now, if we bring in Kendrick's Like That verse, then it would be even. But I think Drake got a slight edge here. And I get it. I think both of y'all points have some validity to it. This is good for hip-hop. I went to these dudes, Apple Music, and those are the top songs. Now,
That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
Now
It's all about their revenue.
Now, here's the thing, though, G-Sport. When we run out of those songs, Kendrick's next top song is Poetic Justice with Drake.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. And I just alluded to that earlier in this segment.
Right.
Yeah,
And the girls took over for a little bit. I don't think, you know, the ladies.
Glorilla.
You know,
Oh, definitely.
the ladies
come on,
came
now.
out and made a statement and kind of got the buzz going. You know, you might have even heard, you know, some heavy play on your everyday radio. And, you know, once again, it's a competitive sport. I know I would feel some kind of way, you know, because I felt like it went away from rap. But them dudes really feeling like they could really rap. Well, now it's time to show your talent.
Great PR move.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But what I was going to say, and speaking to about what G said about just because these rappers are on the same songs doesn't mean that they are okay. A lot of times these people...
Not even the same studio.
Yeah, and not even in the same studio.
Right.
Like a lot of times, like these rappers, they'll have the song like completely done, and they just want to add somebody into there. So they send them the song. They say, hey, we want you to do something with this. And they may or may not like it, because remember, y'all, even though that these rappers are the talent, there are people who are above them. And they know that certain individuals will draw more listeners.
Right. And y'all make a good point. And I'm really starting to think about the sequence of this, and this kind of ties into what G was saying. I mean, Kendrick Lamar had the Graham family sitting, waiting. It dropped 9 minutes after.
Come on, man.
So, you know, you couldn't have planned that
up
better, right? Yeah, so these dudes, and just to take the story back to in the beginning, they all should be thankful to Drake. And the reason I say that, one of Kendrick's biggest songs on his biggest album, Poetic Justice, Drake laced him with that. Same thing with Rick Ross.
Cross that over.
That's emotion. Yeah, exactly.
As much as you hate this and hate that, you help cross yourself over by being on this track. And I won't get into the political of it because I favor towards Kendrick anyway on some West Coast type stuff.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Okay. They're not like us and Cole.
Because really the question is, we talking about J. Cole, we talking about Kendrick, we talking about Drake. There's other people that really won in this battle. You got somebody like The Game that had challenged Eminem but couldn't get him off the porch. So at least they bringing it back to the gorilla part of it.
Gorilla. Big dog.
I'm grateful for that. Hip hop is grateful for that, and they keeping it about lyrics.
But in the beginning of this thing, the West Coast knew Kendrick.
Right.
But when Drake brought him and A$AP Rocky on his tour with him and brought him on his album, because remember, he didn't have to put Kendrick, like Kendrick verse wasn't really cold on that Buried Alive. It wasn't.
It was okay. It was okay.
It was okay, but, it was just an opportunity for them to bring him on board.
Talking about the interlude.
Now, gentlemen, I wanted to bring this up with y'all because this is actually an important conversation. So a big thing that nobody's talking about that this beef is bringing is technology and how it's changing rap battles. Because Kendrick, remember, he's used AI voices to include in his music.
That's a good
and
point.
Drake used Tupac's voice in his. Remember, he had to take it down because he didn't get permission.
And Snoop.
That's a
So
good point.
y'all seeing how AI is changing the industry. So what do y'all think about that?
I thought you're talking about Taylor Made. I thought it was creative what he did, and that's what really poked Kendrick because he's like, Tupac turning his grave, you ain't about to.
Yeah.
But I think it's smart, but I do think artists, being an artist myself, they have to be careful on how they do that because you don't want to drop a hit record and people are like, oh, that's AI. You know what I'm saying? So documentary really matters as well, like document yourself in the studio and stuff like that because it does happen.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, go ahead.
I'm not a fan of AI. Clearly, that's why we went on strike. So, I ain't got nothing for AI, y'all.
They teasing me.
Wow,
they know
she's
I
dancing.
Can't really,
That's mine.
She's dancing with the
Going from left to
Parmesan.
right with this.
That's
Come
mine.
on.
Come on, we good. You can come on in. Y'all,
Garlic
what's happening
Parmesan.
if y'all listening? We here at Uptown Sports Social still, and listen, they just brought over some of
see
the
the
most
smoke coming up.
delicious looking wings that I can only look at because I can't eat right now.
Things look
Get that
glazed.
away from G.
Well, look, y'all, this was a great conversation. It still looks like this conversation. Tune, you the DJ. Who winning? Drake? Kendrick?
Come on.
Tune said Drake.
Tune say Drake.
And he from L.A. Drake.
By a little.
It's a very small margin.
How about this, Tune? Ain't over.
Oh no, this is gonna be a 12-round fight. We're gonna be hearing stuff all week.
Ain't over.
I mean, how much more noise do they need?
And listen, y'all can hear us every week as well, 6 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. We'll be back tomorrow. We got to get on out here. We was going to do a full show, but we're going to have Tune go ahead and get y'all going. We want to thank all our sponsors, baby. It's Inside the Trenches, ESPN New Orleans.
Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, you gon' be somebody. You never know when you gon' need somebody. From LA to LA, they yelling hello, fade. Big dog, smooth cat with some mellow ways. In the 10th grade, I Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwyn Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwyn Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwynrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwyn Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody. Hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's the host of Inside the Trenches podcast, Marlon Big Favorite. Did you know Small Sliders had an app? You can go to your Google Play Store or your Apple Store right now, download the Small Sliders app in Marrero, and order your food right now. You want to get a number 2? Well, slide through 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Small Sliders, simple on purpose. Hello, somebody. It's the host of Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM, Marlon Big Favorite. Come join me every Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. at Uptown Sports Social. That's 3218 Magazine Street, New Orleans, Louisiana. Uptown Sports Social got them dollar wing specials between 6 to 8 if y'all come check us out then. And you can get the Gorilla. That's the Big Fave special. Uptown Sports Social, 3218 Magazine Street. Come on through, baby. Hello, somebody.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great